Welcome to Power Word Fail, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast. My name is Carlos, and I am the Dungeon Master for this lovely group of heroes. But enough about me, let's get to the real stars of the podcast, starting with Tyrell.
Benedict Arnold Spunk!
Katie.
Anolia Rowan, formerly of the Northwatch Resistance.
Andy.
Pickles, who's currently just nice and asleep and no dreams at all.
Austin.
Varric, renewer of the souls.
Ian.
Ambrose Bussant, and we're bound for Mornstead.
And Nathan.
Miraz the Malevolent.
Ooh, I like that. And once again, my name is Carlos, and this is episode 16 of our first campaign, Chosen of the Crystal Crown. But without much further ado, let's get right into it. As you all awake from your dreams and your slumber, the morning hue is bright in your eyes. You have settled in a far camp off the King's Highway. Some of you are in trees, some of you are in setups of your own making. You wake up and you find that Strudel has become his old self. He is no longer Xander, but he is the familiar purple and blonde-haired horse. He looks at anyone who would look at him with knowing eyes. The morning sun is bright. You hear the birds singing. It is a little cloudy. That seems to be off on the far side of the east of you, I should say. There are particularly patches of trees. You can see a small forest and hills dot the side as you look around and observe your surroundings. It is the morning. What would you like to do?
Varric slowly starts to slink down from the tree, carrying a passed out Pickles, and kind of sets them down in a swaddle of probably robes, and goes over to their pack and starts pulling out their little Mornstead press, a small bag of coffee, and is getting ready to leave to go grab some water, find some water to start making coffee.
Adalia has already been up for 2 hours because she only sleeps for 6. So you'll see her wandering back from the water, preparing to make tea for herself. Good morning, Varric.
Oh, I see that you found some water.
I did. Are you making coffee?
Yes, I need it.
You are welcome to some of my tea from the kettle if it would suit you.
I do just need some water, if that's okay.
Of course. And she's just very cheerfully, making tea like nothing bizarre happened, like she had to abandon her home yesterday or anything like that. She'll just make nice chit-chat with you.
The chit-chat is returned.
Pleasant, polite chit-chatting.
Yeah. Spunk walks from the same direction that the water is in his birthday suit. Walks by and is like,
Hey, morning.
What's
Good
up, Spunk?
morning.
This is Spunk.
I took a bath in the water.
He's usually like this. I know that in most places they frown upon his nudity, but it's just kind of like that where we come from.
It is no bother to me. I enjoy swimming as well, Spunk. Perhaps I can join you on a morning.
Yeah, that's fine. My robes get crusty if I stay in the water with them, so I just take them off.
Respect.
Yeah.
Ambrose woke up a little earlier in the morning, and you see him with this new apparatus around his stained glass glasses, and he's gonna cast Identify on the crossbow that he discovered.
ooh.
Oh, me too.
Oh yeah, and I'll bring that over, and it essentially looks like the Spy Kids 3 glasses with the zooms little, and look at it.
Okay. So as you cast Identify, you find that the crossbow is well made, perfectly made almost. You would feel that it's probably one of the finest crossbows you've ever seen and held. You would know that this is a crossbow +1. Well, you wouldn't call it that, but mechanically, that's what it is.
So
Extra
master
This is a
special
good
crossbow.
crossbow.
Bring me that rapier.
Varric brings over the rapier.
And I'll cast Identify one more time. Ritual cast it.
While that is going on, Miraz, what are you doing?
I probably slept in, so I'm just now beginning to wake up to stir. I glance about, I smell the Mornstead press, getting the coffee ready. That's about it, just a chill morning. Nothing unusual.
Nothing unusual at all.
Totally non-magical and totally usual.
Yep,
Right.
everything's fine. Nobody
Yep.
had any weird conversations yesterday. Nothing to worry about.
I didn't, did you? Nope.
Good morning, Miraz.
Oh, good morning, Idalia.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee, please. And thank you.
Pickles is finally gonna wake up and just be like, what? Wait. I fell asleep in a tree and I woke up in a cocoon. I don't.
Yeah.
She's just like
Good morning,
wrapped in
Pickles.
this stuff. I don't know what happened. But
It's okay. You did a fantastic job looking over us while we slept.
how did I end up in a cocoon?
Don't worry about it. In fact,
Okay.
shut the fuck up.
All right. Pickle's just gonna like wrap herself back up, go back to sleep.
Adalia's gonna come over and undo the cocoon a little bit. Pickles, would you like tea or coffee?
Neither. If I have caffeine, it's gonna be a bad day for all of us.
Understood. Enjoy your nap.
Miraz will be feeling at his face and intentionally not putting his fake beard back on, but he's still not used to that.
Christopher, I need some dingleberries for my coffee.
He's still sleeping. He snores loudly.
I'll walk over to Christopher, shake him with my boot. Christopher,
Wait,
wake the fuck up. We gotta go.
We're all so angry this morning.
What's
I'm not
going
angry.
on?
I need dingleberries for my
usually
coffee,
angry?
Chris.
Oh,
Spunk
on.
needs you. And I just turn around
okay.
and walk away immediately.
Christopher will get up. He'll walk over to you, Spunk, and he'll, with a smile, as he feels he's finally being needed for something, he will open out his palm and he will form a very much interesting looking pile of berries. The berries, while very much still identifiable as the signature dingle, are much nicer looking.
The dingle variety.
Hey, you better not refine these too much. I got a taste for them, man. They gotta stay certain, a little bit of fermented, you know what I mean?
I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with my dingleberries. They look a little bit better.
Look
They
like
look
not gonna
delightful,
taste as good
Christopher.
to me.
Yeah, they look a little appetizing now. A little bit. Yeah.
Ugh.
Do they actually look
Yes.
appetizing or they look gross as shit?
Oh, they're still. Imagine
pretty
like
gross
if
as
if you opened up the fridge and you bought this pack of grape, but you forgot it in the fruit drawer.
Oh god.
And then it's just like
Christopher,
you
don't be
open it
feeding
up,
people with
it's
that. You're gonna get people
brown
sick.
Hey,
little.
Look,
Oh,
it's an
man.
acquired taste, right? Once you get it, it's pretty good.
I think these
Spunk,
make
you literally eat shit.
more powerful. I think.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's an acquired taste as well.
Should we rename these? Like maybe Mr. Spunk, we can call them hero fruit. Hero fruit,
What?
right? Yeah, hero
No,
fruit.
we can't,
Like, well, why not?
because they're dingleberries.
Plus, the guy in the last town called Spunk that, and it sounded very nasty when he said it.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll work
I
on
know
May
that.
I
how
try
that
one,
helps.
Christopher?
Yeah, give her some. They're
absolutely.
good.
I
Give
don't-
them a chance. Come on.
You shouldn't.
Holds out his hand for a dingleberry.
Adalia will pluck one and eat it. Adalia
I have
has
a face of
essentially
disgust. Ugh.
been starving her entire life. Is it remotely palatable?
Oh, it's like a really old raisin still. Like, I can't imagine what an old expired raisin would, because it's essentially a dried up fruit. Whatever dried up.
Very
I don't know.
Like over
Very chewy and no taste at all.
Forever.
I have no idea. Maybe listener, you understand what expired raisins taste like, but I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm no help in this scenario right now.
That's false advertising. There is no such thing as an expired raisin. They're all
That's true. They
delicious.
last forever.
Yeah,
sure.
so raisin companies out there in the world, come email us, send us a message on Twitter. We will proudly be a sponsor. Or, you can sponsor us.
They
Whatever,
are
moving on.
filling though, right? Like it's enough food for
Oh,
an
yeah,
entire
they-
day.
Yeah, like technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. They are technically a good berry,
Yes.
but they
Just
don't.
wasn't
Poorly-
sure how
poorly
far
cast.
we had tweaked the
Is it-
dingleberries from canon.
Is it like so bad that you just don't want to eat anything else for the whole day, or is it actually like replenishing for yourself?
No, it's kind of like, I don't know. See, this is where I'm going to start offending our listeners across the world just by thinking of like foods that
Things you think are gross.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Shout out
Just
to all
fill
our
in the blank.
listeners around the world.
Fill in the blank with your least favorite way
Like
to
a
imagine dingleberries. and
Vegemite
that's it.
berry sounds good.
Whoa, no, we have some listeners from Australia, so maybe they don't. I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
Well, Adalia will eat the dingleberry with a completely straight face and will have her stomach full for the first time in a very long time. Christopher, this is an incredibly useful gift. Don't let them make fun of you for it.
Told you.
Who's making fun of him?
Me.
No one's making fun of me.
Oh,
that's
not me.
true.
Pickles. The Pickles makes fun of everyone, so that's okay.
On to Mondstadt then. Did everyone
As
sleep
you
well?
identify the rapier,
Oh, you're identifying the rapier, I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
as you identify the rapier, you do see that it does have some magical properties to it.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah. If you are so inclined to attune it to yourself, you may cast Cure Wounds at up to second level. Or I guess I should say you cast it at second level. I apologize.
Ferric, this is an incredible sword.
Why, thank you.
And I
What'd
like
it do?
just twirl it down, but like pointing towards the ground, and I toss it off to Ferric.
A big dark talon reaches out of my cloak and just gently grabs it.
Delicate grab.
I shall use it with honor.
Where did you find that?
We stole it.
Oh, from whom?
Oh, from your stinky
Oh.
vampire man. Yeah.
Excellent. All the better then. All right, did everyone sleep well? Are you ready to leave?
I'm ready.
So we all smell like shit, so I'm gonna go take a bath first, because, we just got out of the sewers and then ran, and some of you got a kind of bath by chasing, and just kind of glances over at Strudel. I want to be clean. Give me a minute. Pickles is just gonna run.
I toss this thing towards Pickles. This is little bottled up like soap, which is pretty much prestidigitation, and I tell her to go clean herself with that.
Thank
Here
you.
you go.
Does it smell good?
Smells like ivory soap. This
Beautiful.
basic soap.
So Pickles is gonna get cleaned, and she's gonna probably be like one of those animals that like she gets wet and she turns into like a drowned rat, and then after she dries, she's just like poofed out to
To Max.
yes.
Actually, that reminds me. If we're going to Mornstead, all you guys need to take a bath. So I toss a bunch of soap to everyone.
Do you just carry like 6 bottles of soap with you?
No, it's more like a chemical compound I mix together, and it just kind of works out.
It just seems
My
excessive.
sheen is natural. I can't help it. So,
Yeah,
You-
that is true. He is
Spunk,
naturally
take a bath.
sticky
You literally
and
smell
gross.
like shit.
No, he just got out of the bath.
I already took a bath, man.
Sorry, it just is so
Just what I smell
consistent.
like.
You just smell like poop. It's just not used to smelling fresh.
Well,
It's
Ambrose.
the mucus.
Ambrose, did you stop to think that maybe it's your upper lip?
No, Spunk literally eats shit.
No.
So where am I supposed to?
Wow.
Only sometimes. It's a good survival trait. You know that?
I'll make some extra soap,
Someday,
and I.
you're gonna be hungry.
Adalia has
And I'll
abandoned
be
this
there.
conversation and is using Druidcraft to make plants grow to feed
Yeah.
the horses.
And while Dahlia's walking away, I'm just yelling at Spunk about you need to stop eating actual poop. It's just
You're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do.
it's fucking gross, Spunk. Just stop doing it. There's no reason
I'm
for you
not
to
gonna-
eat it.
Next time you get shot in the leg, I'm not healing anymore.
Next time you get shot in the leg, I'll give you a shot too.
Oh.
Adalia's like, "Good morning, Xander. Are you hungry? And she's like feeding him grass that she's making grow with Druidcraft and just pretending that this is not happening.
He responds kindly with knowing eyes.
Knowing eyes.
This
Eyes
man.
that know.
Xander, are they always like this?
He responds as he taps his hoofs and
Does that
clip
mean
clop,
yes?
clip clop.
Two
One
taps for
little
yes.
clip clop. Oh, clip clop.
Good to know. You and I shall stick together then.
All right, I'm clean. We can go.
Little bit of housekeeping. How many times can I cast Cure Wounds with the sword?
It is 2 plus your proficiency bonus, is the way I said it. So,
Okay, cool.
I do believe I'm ready once everyone else is.
after the confusing talks of shit smelling and dingleberries and bathing, it is now approaching more closer to noon than it was morning.
All right.
How far is it?
Mornstead?
To Mondstadt.
DM, would I know that? The distance?
Would you know the distance?
Yeah, like, would I know from where we are how long it would take to get to Mornstead?
Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check.
Okay, 15.
With a 15, you would know that you have probably traveled half a day or so from Northwanch, and with a 15, you would also know that Mornstead is most likely at a normal pace, 3 days out, maybe 4.
Even
if
with
you-
the horses?
Even with a normal pace, yes. I mean, if you're on the cart, true, you would probably say 2 at that point. You're saving yourself a day's ride, or travel, I should say.
It's about 3 days.
All right. Then we best get moving, it seems. Will you tell me more?
Do we have enough rations for this?
Will the dingleberries not suffice?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's pretty good.
Pickles just
It'll
makes a
work out.
face.
They'll definitely help, for sure. I can make them like 6 times now.
Dang.
Fair enough. Okay. All right.
Oh gosh, the
We
dingleberries
should
will
probably,
never die.
well, no, I guess not. Let's get going, right? Right?
Yes,
Who's driving?
right.
Can I drive the cart? Can I drive the cart?
No,
Christopher
Christopher,
says.
you definitely cannot do that.
Why can't
Oh,
they?
yeah, why can't I?
How
Do you
about
have your
Christopher,
permit?
you
I drive the
can
cart
rather
and you
than-
pretend to drive the cart?
But I want to drive the cart. Whatever. I don't care that much, I guess.
We set up one of those things like when your little sibling wants to play video games with you, you just like not
There's
plug
2
in the second
reins attached to
controller.
nothing.
Sit,
Yeah.
sit on Pickles' large body on her lap.
Do it all the time with my 5-year-old, with Mario. Okay, so
All right, Christopher, you could drive the cart. I'll just sit real close to you, but you gotta listen to everything I say.
okay, I could definitely do
This will
that.
be a disaster.
No, it's gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
This is test number 4 to be a hero. I think that's what we're up
Wait,
to.
how many tests haven't I gone through more tests?
It's a combined 4. We're still on 4.
Okay, sure. Let's go, right?
Yep.
Let's be off.
Okay.
While we are walking as much as possible, I'd like to speak with Ambrose and just kind of trade notes on the various mechanisms that we use for our spells. Specifically, Ambrose, I'm interested in your glue that you were using for mending. Can you kind of show me how that works?
Yeah, definitely. And I put out like these small canisters, and then I kind of like crack it open, and I show it's like this chemical compound that sticks together, and I'm just like, and this is what I use to like, put things together to make sure it doesn't break or anything.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's.
I pass over.
excellent.
You can have one if you want.
Thank you. I'd
Just,
love to tinker
don't-
with this a
yeah.
little bit.
Don't put your hands in it though. It actually burns your skin if you.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay. Well, thank you. Let's see what
How's
I can
everything else
cook up
going?
with this. Do you mean with Evangeline?
No, can you do me a favor and just not say her name? How's everything else going?
I don't know how to answer that, Ambrose.
Okay. Well, I have some neat tricks I want to show you later, but we really got to hit the road. So,
Well, yes. Yeah.
This is a walk and talk, right?
Yeah, I thought we were walking and talking.
We already left.
Yeah, we're already
not
gone.
there as well.
Yeah, we're already on the way.
Oh, hey, look at Christopher's 21 in animal handling.
Yes.
I am the best teacher.
Yeah,
As
you are.
you get on the cart, and you all take the respective places that you were. I believe Ferric was on a horse at one point. Who else is just on specifically a horse and not in the cart?
I'll take a horse.
I think I'll take the
Okay.
cart. I'll be behind Pickles and Christopher.
Well, we only have 4 horses, right? So it would be 2 people
Right.
on horses and 2 pulling the cart.
Mm-hmm. That'd
I'm
be
in a
correct.
Yeah, then I am in the cart.
Okay.
I'm just sitting on the back of the cart and pulling bolts out of my pouch and just licking them all the way up. And then putting them back in the pouch.
That's
On
good.
purpose, for a reason, not just because
Yes.
I'm weird. I gotta put poison on them.
it's for real.
Adalia is also kind of sitting at the back of the cart watching the world go by since she's never been outside of
Hold on.
Northwatch before.
You've been licking our wounds with a poisonous tongue this whole time?
Don't worry about it.
I thought
It's not a
I thought
problem.
your skin was poisonous.
I'm poisonous all over, alright? I gotta
He's-
really
he's just-
concentrate not to poison you guys when I
licked
He's
kill
my
just
you.
very
butt.
poisonous.
Yeah, that'll happen, you know.
Yeah,
I
what?
okay.
There was this one time I woke up and he was just licking his own butt.
Oh,
He can do that. He was like flossing with it.
is there
Yeah.
purpose to this?
You guys wanna see
Or
how I
is it
swallow
recreational?
food?
Generally, it feels good, you know.
Shut
Oh, we're
what?
talking about something else.
Christopher!
We're talking about
This
something.
conversation has gone so far off the
Keep
rails.
Christopher off the fucking horse. He's done.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just
not
gonna
allowed
go
to
back
drive
to.
You're
Dingle,
done.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna-
you
you're
anymore. I don't. Who
I'm
are
gonna
you?
go back to. I mean, I'm doing a really good job right now. So with 21, he seems like a natural. He seems to have a natural affinity, especially with Strudel. Strudel seems to like Christopher a lot, and they are easy to handle and to drive forth as you continue on the King's Highway. Any conversations besides licking of the butts can go on for a while as you travel?
I think eventually, if we were to take a break or something, Ferric would try to chat up with Adalia.
She has been sitting on the back of the cart watching Spunk lick everything and staring at the world since she's grown up in the dreary internal parts of Northwatch and has never seen the forest before.
Ferric will like reach behind and pat the butt of their horse. Do you want to get out of the covered wagon so you can look around a little bit more?
Yes, that would be lovely. And she'll do a little hop. How dexterous is she? Still learning this build. Oh, she's not bad. Let's see in
not
acrobatics
hard.
to see if I'm cool when I get on there or not. 17.
Sure.
That's it's
You-
a mirthful leap.
Quite graceful in the attempt. Absolutely.
Yeah, and Ferric like whips the reins a little bit, and we like enter a little bit more than a trot, like a little gant.
This is fun. Do you do this often?
Yes, it is quite fun. Ever since I left my own village,
Where is your village?
it is far up north, where the land of the dead meets the forest of life. It creates some sort of estuary. Is that the word you all use here?
It is not a word I've heard, but
The bird can.
I haven't seen much beyond the walls of Northwatch before, so names for natural things, I don't know them all. Why did you leave it?
I am afraid that duty called. And Ferric's going to gesture to their arms, kind of give a little bit of a spread of their arms, and show the tattered skin that is, like scarred from where their wings once were. There was a great fire, and I did most of what I could to help the village. We lost a few. We almost lost myself. I got lost in the smoke and fell right out of the sky, choking, and Spunk found. nursed me back to health.
He seems a loyal friend.
He is quite loyal.
Do you remember the safe house I took you to in Northwatch before we went to the Resistance?
Ferric will just nod.
That was my parents' home. At one time, there was a great fire there too. I'm sorry for those who lost.
Ferric reaches back and just kind of touches your shoulder.
Is there anything to be done for your wings?
I never really stopped to think about it. Just moving forward, you know.
I do know about moving forward. How long have you and Spunk been traveling together?
Oh, man. Probably about 4 months? Something like that.
So this is a recent loss then, your village.
We did not lose the whole thing, and there are plenty back home to help rebuild the pieces, but something that I wanted to do is look for ways to protect us a little bit better. And given the fact that there is a great dragon flying around burning things...
By the way, you've all mentioned a dragon once or twice.
Oh yeah.
Care to elaborate?
No.
Okay. Understood.
All that you need to know is that there is a dragon, its name is Pharaoh, and we had nothing to do with the fact that it was released and caused a little chaos.
Allegedly.
You just hear Ambrose like in the back.
Stink eyes.
How do you know it's... Do you know the names of other dragons you had nothing to do with letting out?
Oh yeah, there's the dragon Gelbor, there's the dragon Shilgiba, there's
Damn.
the dragon Spunk. I mean, not Spunk, fuck.
Spunk, you're a dragon.
Yes.
You can clearly tell that I'm
Yeah.
like making up dragon names.
Yeah. These are made up
like,
dragon
please.
names.
Yeah,
She'll throw
okay.
one out there like, oh, have you heard of the dragon Howard?
No.
We tell many tales of him in Northwatch. Very famous. I'm surprised you don't know that one.
Howard is like a human name.
Not if a dragon has it.
Touche.
Christopher will chime in unless you're far away.
I hear that's Mornstead for touch.
What of this Mornstead? What is it like there?
They got toast.
They've got delicious
It's beautiful.
toast, and apparently it's beautiful. God,
Yes.
everybody is just overhearing our personal conversation.
You're already yelling, so
Adalia will give the horse a little tap on the rump and see if it can run a little faster and get away from everyone.
He responds in kind, and as you feel the
This
weight
isn't Xander,
of the
right?
horse. No, this is not.
If
no,
it's
well,
Xander, I would
true.
just ask. Oh, of course.
Ferric
I'm
would
sorry.
never write
Ferric would
Xander.
never.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why I asked.
Yeah.
I don't know where my head was. You're right.
The
Ferric
beef
would
between
never.
Ferric and Xander is real.
Has become extremely obvious. Yes,
It's
even
very
to Adalia.
obvious.
There can only be one Fae in the party.
I don't know if Xander's in the party so much as he is.
don't tell him that.
Oh, I would never.
around the party.
Around the party.
Around the party. You are able to trot or gavant the horse further away from prying ears as you head farther away from them, making a good distance.
Ferric, is Spunk all right? We had something of a strange conversation in the cart last night.
What did he say?
I asked him about his people and tried to commiserate over the loss of the Crystalborn in Northwatch, and he became somewhat strange when I asked him about tyrants. Do you know anything about that?
As far as I am able to piece together with what Spunk has shared with me, there seemed to have been a great calamity that befell his people, and it had something to do with a being of great power. Spunk is the last of his kind. It is heart-wrenching.
Understood. Are there any other topics of conversation I should avoid? Your group seems somewhat prone to emotional reactions.
Avoid not so much. I feel like it's much more of a ride. You ride the conversations.
Duly noted. All right. You at least seem to have your head on your shoulders, Varric. I appreciate that
Where
about
else would my
you.
head
I certainly don't know.
be? Wiggle
Laughing
eyebrows.
Yeah. If anyone was going to have their head somewhere else, I do believe it would be Varric.
Ayo!
Heyo!
Get on it, up on it. Dun, 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 dun.
Christopher,
Riding a
shut up.
pony. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I love that song. It's really popular.
It's not appropriate right now.
Oh, sorry.
Before we go back to the group, Varric, what was all of this about Ambrose and Evangeline's parents? Should we be concerned about what we're walking into? Because the whole thing about having to be extra clean before we arrive, that is not really my area of expertise. Am I going to be a problem for you there?
If you are going to be a problem, I imagine that you will be the least of our problems.
Too bad. I always try to be the biggest problem in the room. Perhaps it's a good form of practice.
You will have a lot of contest when it comes to that sport, I'm afraid. We seem to have lots of problems here.
I know something about that.
And continue to...
That continues on for, as you all see, Ferric and Adalia on the horse. You travel unless there's any other conversations that happen while in the cart.
I would actually like to scout out and look for anything odd or out of the ordinary, just to make sure no one's tracking us or anyone's following behind, or just look for my area.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
11.
As you scour the roads behind and the areas around, you look and see the spotted forests, the hills, the long road, which sometimes travelers will pass by. No one really gives you much mind. Maybe a friendly "good afternoon" from a traveler on a court, or otherwise it's simply just stares. People don't seem to want to talk to you or the group in general.
Because we're a bunch of freaks.
We're not clowns. I just have to tell you people.
But you find nothing that gives way or any kind of leaning that you are being followed or you are being pursued or something's watching you. So
Looked around, everything looks good.
Fair enough.
you continue on the road, the King's Highway, but after a while you do come across a strange sight. You see, as the day has moved past noon to mid-afternoon, the sun going towards the cloudiness that was in the sky in the morning. You see a lone tree, so right by the road, a large maple tree with large branches. And you see a stranger on the ground, just sitting back against the tree. A human, curly brown-haired, probably in his 30s. He doesn't really have any kind of noticeable features, or he has really no awareness that you're coming up towards him on your right. But he does have a strange box. Well, not a strange box, it's just a box. So it's like a little chest, small chest, probably 2 feet in his lap. And he looks, as you come closer, distraught. His face seems worried. His mind seems to be elsewhere. But as he sees you, when you get close enough and you approach, he looks at you, he says, excuse me.
Hold right there. Don't step any closer.
Hi.
He stops.
What is Slay the Stars? Oh. Come with us and enjoy a chaotic D&D hot pot, a dash of cosmic fantasy, a few cloves of dark fairy tales. And that's the entire bottle of shenaniganery. Oh dear. Oh no. Listen in Tuesdays at noon Eastern Standard Time on any major streaming platform. SlayTheStars.com. Persomnia ad Astra.
What do you need?
I'm so sorry. My family, I had to go ahead with my horse. You see the horse next to the tie to the tree. Do you mind? They're back about a quarter of a mile away. I had to go forward. I need to go back to them, but I have to leave my possession here. Do you mind just watching it for me?
What's in the bags?
Just supplies. I'm a trader of different spices, and my name is.
Check that.
Yeah, same here.
Go for it.
Give us your shoes.
Do you want my shoes?
We don't
He's
need
telling
your
the truth.
shoes.
But
don't
you don't
trade
even wear
spices.
shoes.
Spunk, you
Well,
don't.
Why can't you
Thank
take
you.
the
What?
equipment
God.
with you to go back to your family? Something doesn't add up.
I will pay you right now 10 gold just to take the box. Just
Just-
don't even
just
take
your
it.
shoes.
I'll give
Okay.
you 10 gold
Realize-
and my shoes.
You realize we could
No,
just walk
don't-
off
no.
with it, and then he wouldn't.
If
I
you
don't
want
want the
random
gold. I just want
sugar
his shoes.
and brown sugar and Mornstead cinnamon, be my guest. I just need someone to sit here while I go to my family down the way. You can beat us. We'll come back to you. It will be easy. I just need you to literally sit here for 5 or 10 or however minutes it takes me to ride with
I'm gonna look if
Cookie
there's any
there.
bandits coming out right now while he's speaking, or anyone's hiding in the bushes, because I feel like this is just like a ploy to get jumped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
man, we'll
fine.
watch it.
We're
Just
good.
You
leave
can
Go
make a
ahead.
perception check if you'd like.
Bye, friend.
Yeah, I made an
will you do
insight
it?
check of 19.
13.
Yeah, man.
Well, 22, I mean, both of them are, he's telling the truth. He is a trader of spices. He looks very much like he does need to go. He is worried. He gives off a very honest opinion that he just needs someone to watch this box while he goes back.
Pickles is just gonna reach out for the box.
Slaps.
Thank you.
Slaps the hands.
Oh,
Detect magic.
Please.
We do not touch the box. You set the box down. You go get your family. You
Okay.
bring them back here.
Great. I will do that. Just watch the box. The box is not magical. It's not at all. You can detect no magic coming from the box. So,
What about from the guy?
no magic. He's a simple trader of spices and like, I don't know how to describe it
you
other than
seem
that.
like the most trustworthy man ever. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. See ya. And he jumps on the horse Cookie. He gallops away. But as you hear him running away, you hear a shout, "So long, suckers!"
I shoot him from the distance. No
You can
joke.
shoot him.
I
Roll for
shoot
the
him
attack
whenever I
at
get hit.
disadvantage.
How far is he?
Well, he shouted that way past 30 feet, but he's also on
I mean,
horse
he just
full
put a box
speed.
on the ground.
I opened the box.
One round of combat or just one shot?
Just one shot
Just a single.
at
It's
disadvantage.
okay. I got a +10 anyway, so 20.
You hear "Ah!" as he's shot, but he keeps on riding away, far
Should I
away
keep shooting?
from you.
Nah, we don't know what he did yet.
No one's
Let's
touched the
open the
box,
box.
right? No,
Let's open the
no
box.
one touched the box.
As Spunk goes to open the box.
Oh no.
Okay.
Open the box.
As you open the
Gotta
box,
Open the box.
you just unlatch the box. It's unlocked. The box opens up, and inside is a small purple egg. It's a large
grab
egg,
the
probably
egg.
the size of a football.
The
It is
size of
intricate.
Spunk.
Look at it! I got it!
It's not that big, but
I'm
Spunk
less
is
than
what,
2
3
feet
foot tall? Yeah, well, it's
I'm
a
like a
solid
foot and a
so
half tall.
it's-
Yeah,
it's
that's like half
probably
my
as big
size,
a-
at least.
almost
I
as
think
big
I'm
as
2
you.
feet exactly.
What the
Oh,
fuck
man.
is this?
I got an egg. That's what I got. Check it out. It's purple. Pickles is heavy. Help me. Help me. It's my egg.
But I wanted to open the box. Oh,
I mean-
Pickles look like go over and help.
He did lay it himself.
Oh,
So
oh my god. That was so heavy.
Can we be co-parents? Can we both have the egg?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Here's our egg. Here's our what is it? What is it? What's in it?
Ambrose, can you imagine the size of the omelet we could make?
No, it's like
I
a
like rub my
minotaur
Kill
hands
that
egg.
together.
child.
Let's.
I'm so tired of eating
It's
those
our
damn good
minotaur
berries.
egg.
We don't know. I am gonna roll. What do I roll
This
to
is
see if
my
I
baby
know?
Minotaur.
Arcana?
you could-
Can I?
Survival?
No, you would make, I would say, an animal handling check because you're
Okay.
generalization
Animal
because you're trying to identify maybe in nature. It's probably the same. That's probably the same identifier, but
Oh, that's a nat 1. Adelia don't know shit about animals.
well, it looks like a large ostrich egg.
It's a
And they have
minotaur,
ostriches
probably.
in this world,
Probably.
just FYI.
We could ride it.
But it's the color of strudel, right? It's a purple egg, right?
It's purplish, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
It has
think
a nice
Actually, it's
hue
fine,
of
it's
indigo.
Okay.
I rolled a juicy 20 on a animal handling check. Does Ferric know what this fucking egg is?
As you look at the egg, I see that Spunk rolled a 14 on medicine. Spunk, what you trying to
Yeah, is it
do?
alive? Is it dead? Is it alive in there?
Oh,
God,
well, it's
no.
alive.
Is there a heartbeat?
That's for
Woo!
you
It's
can't really
alive,
tell there's a
guys!
heartbeat,
There's
but
something in there!
you do have an idea that it is a real egg that has something inside of it. It's not like any egg you ever seen before. Definitely looks reptilian of some sort, but to what type of reptile you have no clue with the 20.
This is the best thing that has ever happened to me.
Okay.
I don't know why that guy was so excited to get away from it. What the hell?
Did you say that this was happening at the base of a tree?
Yes.
Adalia is going to step forward and green light is going to start shimmering in all of her beveled tattoos, and she's going to put her hands on the tree and cast Speak with Plants. Hello.
Hello, what's going on?
God.
Yes.
My name is Dapple the Maple. How can I help you?
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
You did this! You
Dahlia's
did
voice.
this! This is
Do
you!
Dahlia's voice if you're making me laugh. Okay. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Staple. My name is Adolia. Did you witness what just happened here?
Oh yeah, I totally did. That was really cool.
What part of it was really cool?
Well, all of it, really. I saw you guys coming down the way, and then you really, you got yourself an egg. That's cool. I laid an egg once. That was cool.
Oh, how fascinating. Staple,
Yeah.
how long was that man sitting here before we came along?
Well, quite a while, I guess. I mean, he had the box. He was kind of carrying it. He came and he was really worried. Got a really sorry, I had a tree burp there. Thought the maple syrup sapping me. Anyway, I forgot where I was. Oh, Cammy, I'm back.
Oh, stop. Just stop 1 second.
Oh my god.
Quit.
I am literally crying right now. Staple the maple.
Yeah, he was sitting there for a while, and he definitely came and he was rubbing that box, looking around as if he was trying to find someone or he was running away from somebody. I'm just a tree, and well, yeah, that's your name Adalia?
Yes.
That's cool.
Did anyone else?
I had a cousin named Adalia once.
Oh, how delightful. Is she from Northwatch?
I don't really know where she's from. I guess she's from the ground.
Oh, as are we all, really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Staple, did anyone else pass by while that man was sitting here?
What time frame? Like, you pass by, and there's a lot of other people that pass by.
While the man was sitting here?
I mean, just travelers. You got an interesting group with you. I like
thank
the
you.
guy with the beard. He looks cool. And you got a thing. What? I'm sorry.
Is
say
Miraz
again?
wearing his beard?
I'm no longer wearing my beard.
Oh, is there? I don't know. I don't know what facial hair looks like. I'm just a tree.
Because you are a tree. Of course,
Yeah.
Staple. You're doing
Okay.
very well.
He's speaking
Okay.
about Ferric.
Speaking of Merrick.
Anybody really who's got a beard on right now?
Of course. Did that man try to flag anyone else down?
A couple people, but they just kind of kept on going by.
I see. Did he say what his name was or where he came from when he was speaking to the others?
Like he was talking to himself? No, I didn't hear a name. He's coming from that other way. Not the way you're coming from, but, the other way.
The direction we're going.
Yeah, what's that called? This is the first time this happened, so I'm really just experiencing new things right now, so.
Yes. I mean, this is new for me too, Dapel. We're getting through it together. You're doing fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
My love language
Dapel,
is positive affirmation, so I appreciate that.
Oh my god.
That's wonderful to hear. Is there anything you need? Are you properly watered, and are you getting enough sun and all of that?
I just turn around and look at everyone else.
What was that? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was swaying. What?
Of course. Dapel, darling, I was just wondering if you
Okay.
have enough water and sunlight and all the things that you need.
I think so. I mean, I could be dead. I really don't know. Well, that's not true. I know I'm alive. Yeah.
How many days and nights have passed since that man arrived here?
Oh, just today. Not a very long
just
time.
Today.
Yeah.
I see. All right, Dapel, well, thank you for your help. Have you ever seen an egg like that before? I assume you're very familiar with eggs, being a tree and such. Things lay eggs in trees.
Wow, assumptions.
I don't take the inclination, but I don't really understand the assumption, but nope, don't have no idea about an egg. I did lay an egg one time, but that's not.
I would glance at Ambrose. Is she talking to the tree?
I honestly have no idea what is happening right now.
Yeah. So I think
I'm
what
not
you
trying to
guys
be
are
rude.
seeing is just her hands kind of like half sunken into the bark while she has this very pleasant conversation in Druidic, presumably, with nothing.
It was just tree, 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 tree.
Tree, tree, tree. Tree,
Tree,
tree, tree, tree.
Wait.
Dapel the maple
let's-
tree, tree, tree.
All right, Dapel, I'll let you get back to your swaying. Is there anything else you can tell me about that man, or anything that happened since he's been here?
Nope.
Okay. It was a delight to meet you, Dapel. I hope to see you again sometime.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. And she'll, her hands will kind of, come out of the tree and everything will go back to normal.
Ferric
Well.
pulls out an axe.
Absolutely not. We will not be
What?
chopping down the tree. He has feelings, Ferric. His name is
Also, we don't have
Dapel.
time to chop down the tree. We gotta get to Mornstead. We're losing out time.
You remember what happened last time we heard a tree? We got attacked by trees.
Yeah,
Why
we
would
gotta
you hurt
take
a
our
tree?
Minotaur egg to safety, okay?
Oh.
We needed to prove that he could eat a squirrel.
So, Dapel here, he said that man seemed very worried. Like he was either being followed or was expecting danger to fall upon him. So it's possible, Spunk and Pickles, I'm very sorry to tell you that someone may be after your child.
Or my dead body!
Okay.
Well, let's just put the trunk in the back of the wagon and head to Mornstead and hand it off to somebody else. It'll be somebody else's problem.
Pickles has a
No.
child?
What?
It's ours.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Christopher will say.
Thank you, Christopher. You know, you might not be bad after all.
Thanks.
Let me see that egg real quick.
No!
touch it.
You can't touch our egg.
Just let them have the egg.
You know,
No, they can't
we've
have
had
the
party
egg. It's me and
conflicts
Pickles'
aplenty,
egg.
but the thing that truly split the party was an egg.
And I'm getting nothing from Detect Magic. It's not, the chest isn't magical, nothing.
Nope.
Okay.
Not even the creature is magical, so we can just wait for it to hatch. That's fine.
Yep.
I'm fine with that.
I'm sure that won't go awry at all.
Pretty sure
Wow.
they'll find it beforehand. Anyways, we should get moving.
Okay.
All right. Fair, could I ride with you again? That was most exhilarating. Horseback riding.
Ferric reaches down and pulls you up into the lap of the saddle.
Yeah, let's keep going. The more daylight we waste, the more likely it is that Zyos's creatures will catch up to us.
Thank you. We can dilly-dally about the egg later when we are safe.
Spunk starts digging into everybody's belongings in the cart to make a like little fort in bed for the
Pickles is helping.
Oh no.
Every extra cloak, every extra.
Oh god.
Just going in there.
All my shit is being brought.
Doc, keep
Baraz
him
is
warm.
watching with like delight and fascination, but pretending that trying to act like he's completely unconcerned and thinks that what they're doing is childish and silly, but he's actually very invested.
You make a nice little egg fort, or nest, I should say, with the cloaks and the various other random items that you have. It's beautiful. Well suited for this beautiful egg. So you continue on, and there hasn't been much change in the weather besides the sun roaring down. You feel as though your tired bones begin to ache, and the day's travel is starting to wear on you. It is now approaching closer to night time as the sun wanes in the west of you, and it continues to go. You'll probably have to make camp soon. What do you want to do?
I'll look out for a secluded area that has good cover.
Yeah, I'll be helping.
Go ahead and make a survival with advantage, Ambrose.
21.
Nice.
As you continue to travel, passing a traveler here or two without much consequence, they pay no mind. You see eventually a wonderful spot that seems to kind of duck and cove off the side of the road. You make your way there, and what do? Do you make camp?
Yeah.
You make camp quite easily, unless there's any specific talks, any specific conversations you wish to have before you sleep and get on to the next day.
I'd like to help Spunk look for a place to go swimming.
Nice.
Okay.
Pickles, watch the egg. I gotta go take a bath.
I won't leave the chest. And Pickles is just gonna like plop herself on top of the chest and like sleep there. And that's it. She's not moving.
Nice.
The somewhat inwards as you go from the spot you are at, there's a small river that is probably not shallow enough or deep enough for you, but for someone Spunk size is a perfect size to dip, bathe, and otherwise refresh themselves fully. And it's not that far away from your main camp.
I have a question. Would Spunk be considered a sea creature?
I am a water creature. I have to be submerged for an hour a day, or I'll dry up and die.
Well, I have a crystalline form I can take that lets me speak to sea creatures. Do you think I could speak? Would that let me speak to him in whatever language he is native to him?
Grung.
Grung? Could I speak Grung?
I mean, Spunk, would you be able to communicate with?
Are you
Grung with-
freshwater or
Yeah, I mean, what kind of water basis are we
saltwater
talking
or
about here?
freshwater?
Canonically, in this universe, I was ocean-based creature. I lived in.
I would say sure. If you wanted to do that,
Oh,
you
yeah.
could.
I do, because it makes Adalia sad, but he's the last of his people, so she wants him to be able to speak in his tongue. So while you take a bath, Adalia's tattoos will start glowing again and take on like a very deep blue color. And are you very attached to that egg, Spunk? Is it going to be a problem if we have to leave it behind?
Well, I'm his father now, so it would be pretty bad if you just left your kid somewhere random. That'd be strange, probably. Wait, how do you know how to talk like that?
I have certain affinities for the crystals, and when I think of the water crystal and the otter, it sometimes lets me commune with the things that they control here on the material plane. I thought it might be nice for you to speak in your native tongue for a while.
Okay, that's pretty alright. I'm the only Grung who's ever spoke common before. Did you know that?
I didn't. How did you come to learn it?
I don't know. Same way I got my powers, pretty much.
And what way was that?
Oh, I made a deal when I was really scared and alone, and then boom, there we go. And then I ran away from that and made another deal. Kind of double dealed, you know? And someday I'm probably gonna pay for that pretty violently, but that's not for a long time as long as I stay far, far away from people. I need
And
to
surround
deal with.
yourself with your heroes. They wouldn't let harm come to their
hopefully.
leader.
Yeah, I keep dying, but, you know,
People do die.
you're pretty cool. I feel pretty comfortable around you. You're pretty alright.
Thank you, Smug.
I know you don't believe in heroes, but I think you got the definition of heroes all mixed up. It's the mortal races up here. They like to think that it's all fun and games, but it's not always fun and games. Sometimes not fun and games.
Almost never,
No, I mean-
in fact.
Right? Exactly.
I have been fighting for a very long time, and I haven't ever seen a hero, just people doing their best.
I mean, that's kind of like being a hero, right?
Sort of. What made you want to train heroes, Spunk?
Self-preservation and a need to be bigger than I am, and a terrifying fear of torture and death, and
Those are excellent reasons. You don't need another one. That really covers it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, don't tell anybody else this, but it's kind of weird. You guys keep saying a long time. I'm like 360 something years old. So, yeah, you're all. Yeah, I was tadpole for most of that. I didn't have any arms or legs. I just kind of swam around. And then I
Sure.
got arms and legs, and then everybody died.
Well, your secret is safe with me, and
Nice.
if it's any consolation to you, the one time I really tried to tap into the parts of my power that are unusual, when I came back, everyone in the resistance was dead, and my sister was gone. So, I
Right?
understand.
It's
Yeah.
insane. You try to do good stuff, they come back, and then they
And then they're all gone.
ate all
and
your family.
everything that you've ever worked for is just crumbled all around you, and you have to abandon the only life you've ever known.
And then you gain power, and then you get a bunch of strong things, and then you kill them all.
Excellent. So my crystalline shape only lasts for 10 minutes, so I think probably at some point she'll lose the ability to speak Grung and will just sort of like drift back into common, but once she reaches that point, she'll just let Spunk have his bath and keep watch so he can be chill.
Okay. Anything else before the night ends and we select who's on watch?
Ferric will be first and third, as always.
I'll be second.
Okay.
Pickles is insulted. Pickles will also take second.
Okay.
Just because
You
she's
can
angry
do
about
that.
it. No, you,
Alright.
you can have
On the
second too, I
chest.
guess. I can watch from Pickles has a watch, but she just pouts the whole time.
Pickles, we can both watch. There's not a problem with that.
Yeah, alright. I can't leave the chest though, so if there's anything bad that happens, it's all you.
Yeah, so I'm on watch, is what you're saying.
Go ahead and make perception checks. Pickles, make yours at disadvantage for the pouting.
That's a nat one.
15.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Pickles just
So-
passed out.
It's a 26 for Ferric.
Perfect. As the lot of you stay watch, Pickles, you just can't even get your mind to focus from the anger to the pouting to the newfound parenthood that has come into your life suddenly. You are just a mix and range of emotions, but you cannot really see what you have no idea what's going on. The other two, as your watches progress, find that the calmness and this smooth breeze, the gentleness of the night is calming and relaxing. Otherwise, a very eventful past really a week. It's been a week, really. So the next day comes. The morning is not as bright as it was the day before. You do notice that there are more clouds in the air. A grayness comes with the morning that is a good sign of rain, or at least a dreary, no good day.
Can I
Yes.
druidcraft and see if we have like a storm coming or if it's just gonna be like a light drizzle?
Sure. you may do that. You know that it is probably a 50% chance of rain, a temperature of 65 degrees. I'm just kidding.
Dude, I was falling into it. I was just
Yeah, I
like,
liked
oh
it.
yeah.
I was in it.
I wouldn't blame you if you left podcasting right now to go be a weatherman.
Stop it.
I would tune in.
It's so silky
Alright.
smooth.
ABC, you know where to find me. Fox, there you go. All the weather channels. Yeah, that's what you know. It's a good chance of rain today. More than half.
Spunk, you're going to have a lovely day. It's going to rain.
Yeah, that's nice. I like it when it rains all day. It's pretty sweet. Pretty good.
Everyone
Pretty
else,
good.
you might want to wear your cloaks.
Miraz makes sure to like tighten his the locks on his chest like extra tight, be sure that none of the equipment inside is gonna get wet.
Christopher, while the morning happens and everyone wakes and assumes their normal duties and routines, Christopher will go over to Miraz and he will stand. What are you doing this morning, Miraz?
I will be near my chest, which is open. I'm secretive about it, but I'm no longer trying to hide that I'm putting different wires and such inside my coat. I'm just not like, loudly explaining to the party what I'm doing while I'm doing it. But I'm switching out the mechanisms and such that are inside my puffy sleeves and my like trench coat style robe.
He'll stand there awkwardly for a minute. Unless you don't say anything, he'll literally watch you do what you're doing.
Hello, Christopher.
Hey, can we talk for a second?
Yeah.
So, do you have a problem with me, Miraz?
No, we both had, words a few nights ago. I was angry with you in the moment, Christopher, but that doesn't mean that I have a problem with you. I think that, tensions were high. I think that we both, or at least, I won't speak for you. I said things that I regret.
Me too. I'm, sorry that I said anything if I was offensive or anything like that. So I just wanted to make sure if we're going to be traveling, we should be, open and honest about how we feel and ourselves, right?
Yeah, I'll stand up from where I was like kind of kneeling over my treasure chest or my equipment chest, and I'll say, I shouldn't have pushed you. Words are one thing, but I shouldn't have done that. And I'll hold out my hand.
Reaches out and grasps it. And he'll just.
I am glad you're
kind
part of the team, Christopher.
Stay. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for having me back. But I'm gonna go tend to Strudel a little bit over there.
Hey, Christopher, can I try one of your dingleberries?
Right now?
Well, next time you make, it seems like you are getting better at them.
No, I got some. And he just pulls out his pack. It's just a large sack of dingleberries.
He keeps the sack on him for Spunk, because Spunk always wants
Yeah,
it.
Spunk is, while you travel,
He gets really
Spunk
angry if they're not already ready.
Spunk, I imagine you don't even ask. You just go, Dingle! Whatever, you can say that.
Dingleberry!
Freaking like Yoshi, just like grabbing them out of his pack.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, let's reel it back in. Yeah, he just gives you one of the dingleberries.
Thank you.
got a real oaky taste to it.
Yeah, they
Kind of like a hard-boiled egg, kind of, right?
Oh my god.
they do look better than they did when you first started working on them.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Keep it up. Yes.
Trying to improve my dinglecraft,
Aren't we all?
No.
Listener, if you stuck with us now, you know what's
God.
we're about. So.
Has Pickles left her post on top of the
No.
chest? Good morning, Pickles.
Good morning.
How is the child?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked. I just am kind of assuming. I've never taken care of an egg before. I'm just kind of assuming that if I keep it warm and I don't pay any attention to it and accidentally break it, it will just be okay.
Marvelous. Should we check on it, do you think? Just to see.
Probably. Pickles will hop up and open up the top to peek in.
As you do, you click the box and it opens. You find revealed the egg to be opened. And inside this egg is this light indigo shaded little baby dragon. And you'll find out what all that mess is going to happen next time on Power Word Fail. Hey, listener.
Oh, God.
Thanks for listening to our Dingleberry podcast. Thanks for listening to our show. We do it for you. If you like what you hear, go ahead, find us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Give us a like, give us a follow. We love the love, and we appreciate that so much. Also, if you're active on Discord, we have a pretty active scene going on there at the Homebrew Discord. We're all there. Go ahead and jump in, and we would love to talk with you some more. Also, too, if you can, go ahead and go to Patreon. Look up the Homebrew podcast on the Patreon. We're doing some cool things there. Even something as simple as $2 will get you some sweet, sweet goodies. In fact, may we never forget, the wonderful Evangeline is actually a wallpaper you can get pour one out for all the homies. Anyway, thanks so much for checking in again. And listener, thanks for listening. You are loved, you're important, and you matter. Join us next time on Power Word Fail. Bye-bye.